G'day, it's fugitive Australian journalist Shane Dowling from the website kangaroocourtofaustralia.com. Now, the Bruce Lehrmann defamation case is set down for hearing again at 5 o'clock this afternoon. And the only reason we need to have the hearing is because Justice Michael Lee has been turning a blind eye to Bruce Lehrmann and his barrister Steve Whybrow, intimidating witnesses, specifically Brittany Higgins, trying to intimidate her not to give evidence of the defamation case. And Bruce Lehrmann and Steve Whybrow have been doing that with the help of Channel 7 and News Corp. And it's not like that's been a secret. It's been well known. I'll just read you out a paragraph or a couple of paragraphs in an article I wrote in June 2023. Then I'm going to read you out what Channel 10's barrister said about the issue, and also Bruce Lehrmann's barrister said about the issue, and that'll put it into context for today's hearing. Today's hearing is just a application to reopen the defamation case for further evidence, and if Justice Lee allows that, well, it'll be set down later again. But it looks like he probably won't allow it because he's been running a protection racket for Bruce Lehrmann, at least in relation to Bruce Lehrmann and his barrister Steve Whybrow intimidating witnesses. Now, in June 2023, I wrote an article, Bruce Lehrmann and his barrister Steve Whybrow should face contempt of court charges for leaking documents to harass Brittany Higgins. And at the end of that article, I say, this matter has gone way past an alleged rape being covered up by political and police corruption to protect the Liberal Party. It is now also a matter about witness intimidation and the rule of law. If Rupert Murdoch can openly use his media to help Bruce Lehrmann and Steve Whybrow to intimidate witnesses in court cases, as recently tried by Ben Roberts-Smith and Kerry Stokes, then that is evidence that the country, its legal system and law enforcement agencies have been overtaken by the rich. Now, I'll read you out a couple of paragraphs from a news.com website article in relation to what Dr. Collins, Channel 10's barrister, said about the issue, and also what Bruce Lehrmann's barrister said. Now, the article says, Dr. Collins KC said Mr. Lehrmann had told Seven he wanted to light some fires and had complained he had had enough shit shoved down his throat. Mr. Lehrmann intends to run a public campaign against Miss Higgins, Dr. Collins KC said. He's a man who says he has nothing to lose. He says he's acting contrary to legal advice. This is a trial coming before your honour in a relatively few short months, measured in weeks rather than months. The publicity in the last few days and our respectful submission can only have been calculated to put pressure on witnesses, not to cooperate with the respondents. Now, that's a quote of Dr. Collins, who's representing Channel 10 from last year. And he was obviously referencing the Channel 7 Spotlight show where they tried to intimidate Brittany Higgins by having an interview with Bruce Lehrmann and his barrister Steve Whybrow and Senator Linda Reynolds, who all attacked Brittany Higgins. Now, in that Channel 7 Spotlight interview, they had leaked material from the rape trial. And Bruce Lehrmann's denied leaking that material. Whoever leaked it is in a lot of trouble. Could be charged with contempt of court and should be. And that's what my article says. Bruce Lehrmann and Steve Whybrow should be charged with contempt of court because they're obviously the leakers. Now, the News Corp article goes on to quote Bruce Lehrmann's barrister, who says, but Matthew Richardson SC told the court he was instructed that Mr. Lehrmann was not involved and 10 had no idea who was leaking the material. In correspondence last night and in written submissions provided to Your Honour, the allegation was made. It was an obvious inference that my client had provided materials to Seven in breach of the harm and obligations. He absolutely denies that. It is a grave and serious allegation. It's aggravating the damages in this case. So even Bruce Lehrmann's barrister said it's a very serious issue, the allegation, and it's aggravating damages. So they're going to use that false allegation, as they say, to go for more damages. Now, this afternoon's hearings about Channel 10, they got a new witness who says Bruce Lehrmann was the one who leaked the documents to Channel 7. So given that it goes to the heart of democracy, the heart of the legal system, intimidating witnesses, sure as hell Michael Lee has to set it down for further hearing. If he doesn't, well, he's continuing with the protection racket he's already been doing in relation to Bruce Lehrmann's intimidation of witnesses. Now, the hearing is set down for 5 o'clock this afternoon. You can watch it on the Federal Court of Australia YouTube channel. And I'll put a link to that article below this video on YouTube, and also another article titled Bruce Lehrmann Attempts a $12 million Shakedown from Australian Taxpayers with the help of his puppet master, Kerry Stokes and Channel 7, which is also relevant in Kangaroo Court of Australia's independent media. I publish a website and a YouTube channel, and I'm 100% crowdfunded from viewers like yourself, so please support my Patreon account. I currently have 409 patrons donating $2,303 a month, and I need to almost double it to become financially viable. And you can donate any amount, $3, $5, $10, $15, $20, $30, $40, $50 a month, whatever suits your budget. It all helps out. And a link for the Patreon account will be below this video on YouTube and also on my website. And please share this video on social media. And please hit the like and subscribe button. Other than that, thank you for your time and have a good day.